Somewhat in frame and somewhat in focus here. I hope this is good enough for those of you who don't know me. And Angel, thank you so much for saying it right. My name is Sándor. You can remember it's like Sean Connery walks in the door, or if we have any Lord of the Rings fans, it's like Sándor, Lord of Gondor. As you may have gathered, I was born in a good mood, and one of the things that puts me in one of the best moods is climbing mountains. I love mountaineering. I got started preparing for this a long time ago in Boy Scouts, where the motto is be prepared. And it wasn't so much a matter of them drumming it into me, but being prepared was something I was already prepared for. They made it official, gave it a code. I was totally in, and it has stuck with me for the rest of my life, even though the kind of conservative training camp aspect of Boy Scouts has not stuck with me. I'm so prepared. Most people have 10 essentials. I have at least 17, and I make sure to keep them with me even if I'm going to log in to backcountry.com or AllTrails. So, in preparing to climb Mount Whitney, the tallest mountain in the lower 48, I wanted to be really, really prepared. And being prepared doesn't just mean having the right objects or physical things with you. It means having the right people and preparing your mind for the unknown circumstances that are both the greatest danger in the outdoors and the most exciting part. I'm a fairly new mountaineer, and so in being prepared, I wanted to pick the right people to go with, and it turns out the first person I asked and thought of was my friend who we'll know as Joe Snow, who is one of the first people who introduced me to ski mountaineering. It's like climbing a regular mountain, but then when you get up to the top, instead of trudging down, you do what I lovingly call a standing glissade. And you're down back to the car usually in less than an hour. One of my other mottos, friends don't let friends boot pack, which is trudging all the way back down to the car. So I am coming from Oregon. Joe is coming from San Diego, where he recently moved. We plan to meet in Lone Pine, a little town in the eastern Sierra Nevada in California. Meet up there, stay the night in Lone Pine, and then start off the next day. I still remember it was the 1st of May, early season. It was the first day. Permits are required. There's still good snow, but the weather is a lot better than it is in winter. So we meet up at the trailhead. We say hi. We have a quick jet-boiled dinner and go right to bed in the back of the car to get up early and get an early start. So we wake up in the morning, and I wake up in the morning, and Joe has not been able to sleep. He's at a new job. And we were preparing to climb to 14,500 feet, a mountain where the same week we were there, a person died in an avalanche, and another person had both legs paralyzed in a separate avalanche. This is serious business. So is Joe's new job, and he's not going to go climb on no sleep, and he's not going to take 2 days off of his new job to not climb. I am a long way from home. I have planned and put my heart into this trip, and I can either accept the reality that Joe's not coming with me and pack it in, or I can be prepared to adapt to new circumstances and figure it out. Climbing alone is very dangerous, but I was born in a good mood. And being in a good mood, it's not that hard to meet other people. They like being around people who are in a good mood, so I decided to just set off. Trailhead at Whitney Portal is about 8,300 feet, and I've got there's a weigh station there with a little hook where you can weigh your pack. And my pack, with my skis and my boots and all my gear and all my 17 essentials, is 55 pounds on 145 pounds of me. So the first mile in dirt, which is, last time I checked, not skiable, is a little bit of a challenge. So I'm very thankful after the first mile of dirt is over, because I can put on my skis and my climbing skins. It's kind of like one-way velvet that sticks, or shark skin that sticks to the bottom of your skis, and it grips as you go up, but sticks so you don't slide down. So I'm going along looking for other people, and there's not many. It's the first day of permit season, meaning they've really restricted the number of climbers out on the trail. So I meet some people
who have been camping the night out there. I'm really happy to meet some other people. The first person I meet, we will know, is the Donald. We call him the Donald because he has a big red knit hat on, and embroidered in the front, it says, "Make America Great Again." The Donald is in his mid-30s, and he's with his nephew. The Donald is clearly the leader of the party. He's with his nephew, who we will call the Michael, who is, from what I gather, getting over some personal difficulties. I cannot tell if they involved substances or chemicals, and I don't really ask. They are with their friend, who we will know as the Betsy, who has already had enough. And she is heading back to base camp. But the Donald and the Michael have had the good sense to do some training. They say they've been running 6 miles a day. They acclimated a night at maybe 9 or 10,000 feet. My training consisted of doing yoga and spending a lot of time typing at my desk to save up some money so I can afford to take 2 weekdays off and climb a mountain. So I'm huffing and puffing a bit, but I'm also skiing up, which is a lot easier. So I get to know the Donald and the Michael. They're from Los Angeles, and as you may have gathered, they're both of probably a more conservative mindset than I am. And that's okay, because we are together on the mountain. What I love about mountaineering, maybe more than anything else, it kind of teaches you about who you are. Mountaineering, it's about mountaineering, but it's not really about mountaineering. It's about every other thing. It's about breaking through fear, being prepared to change your mind, and working as a team. It's one of the few sports, like in the world of sports ball, the way to win is to make someone else lose. In mountaineering, the way to win is to make everyone win. I want to win, and I want all of us to win. So we are very different, but we are best buddies now. And we make it up to high camp. It's called trail camp. It's at 12,000 feet. We are all huffing and puffing. And the Michael is talking a lot about going back. We don't want to send him back on his own as it's getting dark. We get up to trail camp, and this is like the moment that I have been waiting for all those years since Boy Scouts, when carrying enough stuff for 3 people actually was worth the trouble. The Donald and the Michael each have 2 12-ounce bottles of Gatorade. The Michael is wearing 2 pairs of blue jeans. They're both wearing running shoes with cotton socks and crampons on over their low-top running shoes. I have 3 pairs of wool socks. I got my Jetboil stove. At trail camp, the lake is frozen over, so we're just boiling snow and filling up every water container we can get, and trying to talk them through these things. I am a little bit worried. They keep referring to it as a hike. Yes, it is a hike in the summer when you go up the next hardest part, known as the 99 Switchbacks, where we go from trail camp at about 12,000 feet up to the saddle where our trail joins the John Muir Trail, the highest trail in the lower 48, at just about 14,000 feet. So they're not that prepared. I got a pair of goggles and I got a pair of sunglasses, and I give the sunglasses to the Michael. We get up early in the morning and start off at first light. I just start off with the Donald. The Michael's not going to make it. And we go up the steep slope. I'm glad we're up there early because it's kind of avalanche slope, 45 degrees, but it's late season. The snow is well consolidated. I do some avalanche observations, make sure it's safe. And we get up there, huffing and puffing to about 14,000 feet. To trail crest, when Mr. Prepared realized his running shoes are back at camp. He was so prepared. I get up there. I think it looks snowy, but from up there, it's a rocky granite trail. And I got 2 more miles until the summit in my ski boots. We had been going up, and the Donald and Michael had told me the story of someone they had met who they affectionately referred to as the Bubba. And when the Donald is having a hard time and pushing, he keeps saying, "Oh, it's for the Bubba, it's for the Bubba." But we get up that trail saddle, and I'm thinking, I could do this in my running shoes. I don't know if I can do it in these boots. The Donald is puffing and puffing hard. He's making videos telling his kids, "Oh, I don't know if I can make it. If I die, I love you." And I'm like, I don't know if I want to continue. But he looks at me with those eyes like, come on, it's for the Bubba. And I can't stop. And we support each other, and we get all the way to the summit. Two people who neither of which would have ever got there on their own. We get back down. He trusts me to be his avalanche watch because I've got a shovel and a probe he doesn't know how to use, so he has to trust that he can go first, and if it avalanches, I'll rescue him. Because if I go first, I'm the only one who knows how to use the gear. We get back down. He buys me dinner and a beer. I have some more training with what's known as a cheese and mushroom burger down in Lone Pine. And we have what I know is the only time we're ever going to hang out again. And I think if only everything else could be like mountaineering, when people are so different, but they can depend on each other and rely on each other and trust each other. Thank you.
And it is with great pleasure that I can announce I have won my first public speaking award, I believe since high school. From Boldly Went, the NAR Award. Want to see more like this? Please subscribe.